Well, hello there, and welcome back to Freeform Disney. So here we are once more, and so this is another movie watch-along, watch party thing going on. These are brought to you by my patrons who vote on them each month as to what movie we'll be going ahead and watching. So this month they voted for Jungle Book. So yeah. They also vote for a top 10 each month, which they're actually voting on right now. So that's going to be coming up soon, too. So we'll see what comes out of that. Always fun. Always fun. And I always appreciate all my patrons right there. But hey, yeah, all of you can all make suggestions for what comes up on these. If you're interested, you say there's some movie, Disney movie you want me to watch next month, go ahead and feel free to leave a suggestion either in the chat or down in the comments below. We'll get it over into the poll for next month. Okay. Let's see. What else should I say right off the bat? Well, let's see. To everybody. Oh, well, first off, well, hello there to Aria. And then also, if you are new, up above me, once we get going, I'm going to have a timer up here that will go ahead and allow you to help sync your watch to my watch. And then also down over here on the side, we'll have a little mini display. It'll be covered, so it's not like you're going to watch the movie along that way, but it can help you queue up your watch to mine in case you come in late or anything like that. So that'll be down there. And yeah, so you'll pull up your own Disney Plus copy or your own whatever version you have, wherever it is you're watching it from. Special note, if you are watching this one on Disney Plus, this, like many of Disney's older movies, have the standard boilerplate little 12-second warning on it. So if you're watching it on Disney Plus, go pull that up and queue up your Jungle Book before we start watching, because I've already got my queued up just in case people do or don't, because also if you're not watching it on Disney Plus, you probably won't have that. So make sure to get through that little 12-second boilerplate. Yeah. Let's see, I suppose why not? Let's talk about that boilerplate right now while we're at it, right? I don't have the greatest opinion on Disney for it. I mean, sure, it's nice to at least acknowledge problems there, but they don't really acknowledge anything specific. Heck, you can go to their website. It'll give you a couple examples from different movies that are old as to what the problem is. But you can hardly find out why the boilerplate is there generally for a movie, unless it happened to be one that had examples. So, what does this really do? Really all it amounts to is Disney covering its own ass. But hey, what can you do? Yeah. Hey, I mean, hey, if Disney really wanted to future-proof themselves, they should just put this at the beginning of every movie they ever make. Then they wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Who cares if they go ahead and put, content they shouldn't put in there? Because they went ahead and put a boilerplate, so they future-proof themselves. A little too cynical, maybe? Maybe. But also true. Okay. Jungle Book, right, everybody? So, it has been a while since I have seen the Jungle Book. I saw the live-action Jungle Book back 5 years ago when it came out in 2016. Already 5 years ago, wow. And usually, Natalia and I will go ahead and watch the animated movies around the time of watching the live-action ones when they come out, usually afterward. Then we really get our comparison between them, too. But we did not actually do that with Jungle Book. So it has been quite a few years since I've seen the animated Jungle Book. Quite a few. So, yeah. Probably at least 10 plus years, if I had to make a guess. At least. Yeah. Been a while. So it'll be somewhat fresh to me. Maybe not the songs being as fresh, because I certainly remember those. Certainly a number of them. I gotta get those bare necessities right. Look for those bare necessities. Don't sing anymore, or YouTube might copyright claim me. Hey, and if you're in here, go ahead and click that like button. That'll help out more people go ahead and find the stream so they get to go ahead and watch it either now or afterward. And that's always great. Get more people in here, get a more active chat, which is always fun when I've got a lot of you to go ahead and react and talk to in the chat. Always love it. I do. I love your comments afterward, too, in case you're not watching it live. Don't get me wrong there. So, yeah. Let's see. So, it's been a little bit, so if you have joined recently, because it looks like there are a few more people in, as I can see, make sure if you are watching it on Disney Plus, go ahead and get through that 12-second little disclaimer that Disney has up on the beginning of it, because that way we'll be synced up, ready to start, regardless of where people are watching it. So I've already gotten past that 12-second disclaimer as well. So make sure to get past there so you're ready to go ahead and start up. And we will be starting up here shortly then. Just want to give people a little bit of time in case they just heard that for the first time right there. Ah, yes, Arya, me too. It has been, as I said, a while since I've watched Jungle Book. Whew, dang. I remember enjoying it. It's got good songs in it. That's for sure. Kind of from one set piece to the next is my memory and feeling of it. Okay. If anybody does not have Jungle Book up ready, now is your chance to say it, or we will be starting on up here in just a moment. So toss it in the chat if you don't have it up and ready. Otherwise, we are going to roll. Okay, so we got everything down here ready. Yes, we do. Good. Okay, so we will start up Jungle Book in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. Oh, and hello there, Matthew. Wow, whole Disney right here. I mean, remember, this is 1967, so it is definitely old Disney in that sense right there, to be sure. Yes, when they always use the books to open these up. Oh, it's like they've stopped doing that for... Man, when did they stop doing that? Probably somewhere in the Dark Ages, I'm guessing, right? Because didn't even... I think even the Black Cauldron might have used a book at its open. I don't know. Certainly if we're talking Renaissance era, I don't think it's there anymore. We're also back in the era where we have all these credits back at the beginning as opposed to at the end of the movies, so we get to see everybody coming on through. Hey, look, it's another Walt. It's Walt Stanchfield. Phil Harris as Baloo. Sebastian Cabot, not the only role he's done with Disney animation right there, as Bagheera. Oh, look at all these names in here. You all had to share one card. That's a lot of people on one card. Oof. Louis Prima, George Sanders, Sterling Holloway, J. Pat O'Malley, and that other guy. The elephants, the vultures, the wolves, the girl. I didn't realize that her name in here is only the girl. We don't actually give her an actual name within the animated movie. Huh. Interesting. Some nice art, by the way, here. So interesting how this doesn't show over here. Huh. Okay, I guess that little mini bottom thing won't end up working. I've heard that is a problem on OBS on certain things. I guess Disney Plus is updated so it's not showing down there, but so don't worry about it. I'm just going to turn that off. You have the timer up above me, so that'll work. Because it's funny, you can even see this top piece up here. But for me, of course, I've got all the nice visual down below it. Well, off that goes. Yeah, that was nice music. Oh, we've come so far on water animation nowadays, right? Oh, interesting. They were gonna do it again in Tangled. That's interesting. Having stopped doing it for a long time, they were thinking about doing it again there. Interesting. uh, I don't know. I'm of mixed feelings on whether it's sad that they stopped it or not, because it pulls you out a little bit and makes it more telling a story rather than just jumping you right into it. I don't know. I mean, there's a pro and con to it right there. Certainly gives you a feel of the different eras of Disney, though, by seeing it or not seeing it, though, since it has changed so immensely that way. Oh, jeez. I love the expression on McGear's face. Huh? Yeah, yeah, big smile. Jeez. Uh, I brought you dinner. Dinner! Oh, no. Yeah, exactly. The storybook feeling is nice right there. No. Bat my eyes at you. Yeah, that fits more for this time period too, doesn't it? Of all the little wagging tails. By the way, your bonus points. Jungle Book here is the first movie that Disney released after Walt's death for the animated movies. Since Walt died in 1966, this one came out in 67. Now that said, Walt does actually supervise the movie. Not all the way up to the end, of course, but so it's right there at the edge of the transition. Oh yeah, the Wolves animation is great. Kill the beast. Such a weird statement. The strength of the pack would be more than a match for Shere Khan if they actually acted as a pack. They'd take their losses, that's for sure. Wow, we moved through this opening so quick. I have a bit of the alive one in my memory, and I know we took a little more time back first. Helps to have some claws, you know. Interesting to watch the lines in the animation as they turn. Oh, God, you came in early. Now, for bonus points, you do recognize the voice there from Ka. Oh, a certain different famous creature. Winnie the Pooh. It's like I admit I have a hard time hearing Ka, not hearing Winnie the Pooh. As if Mowgli is a pot of honey right now. It's so similar to the Winnie the Pooh voice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Ka's dangerous. Oh, cannot have fun with that. Oh, we have fun with this. Like a spring that's just completely bent out of shape right there. Nice. Probably the piece I least well remember for the different songs in the movie. Oh no, indeed. Those hairdos on the elephants. You look perfectly like an elephant now. Yes, definitely. I've gone to Disneyland numerous times. Been what, few years? 2018. 2018 was the last time. But definitely been there a few times. Advantages of having lived on the west coast of the United States right there. So it's nearby anyway. Such an interesting interpretation for the elephants to go this way. Hello there, Donald. It's interesting. This feels, from this perspective, being here, it feels almost cliche, the character being used here. But at the time, in 1967, I don't know that it would have been. It's just that we've seen that kind of character in so many movies since. The time on the top is what time in the movie we're at right now. So if you want to sync your watch to my watch, then you can go ahead and get to that spot in the movie. So 17 minutes in, and you'll be at the same spot that we are as we're watching here. Over with the elephants right now. At the same time, if you just came in, I said so you can sync to where we are currently, be able to watch along, be able to comment in there with all of us. Or you can always rewind it back and start at the beginning if you want to. You won't be synced up for the comments, but yeah, either way you want to do it, of course. Good times. Oh, Donald, let's see. Did I watch all the, well, 59 now, actually, with Raya, but 59 Disney animated movies yet? We've only watched a few of them here via the live stream watch parties, if that's the way you're asking. If you're asking me personally whether I have, no, there's a few exceptions. There's a few within the package era that I have not seen. And then also two other ones, which would be the very recent ones of Chicken. Well, very recent. I guess relative to way back, anyway. But anyway, Chicken Little and Home on the Range I have not watched either. So, everything else, yes, I have seen. But yeah, there's a couple in the package era. That's the World War II time period back there, where I have not actually gone and seen all of those. So, I've seen Fun and Fancy Free. At least, I think at one point I've seen Ichabod and Mr. Toad, but man, I don't really remember. It would have been ages ago. So, yeah. So a few. Just like a rough handful. How are you going to join the live stream watch parties? Well, just go pull up your own copy of Jungle Book. So pull up your own Disney Plus or whatever other spot you have Jungle Book up on, and just go ahead and watch it with all of us and sync up your time up to the time up above the heads, and we'll all be good. And as to what will be next, as I said, next month will be voted on by the patrons, so we'll see what comes up for next month. As I said, they always try to make sure they're available on Disney Plus, though, so that way, at least if you got Disney Plus, you'll be able to watch along with us. And other live streams. We do other live streams over the course of time. Like I'm also watching through Star Wars Rebels, and I do that on occasion with a live stream. Also, we're watching the new MCU show, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier right now, and that comes up each one with the new episode. So feel free to join any of those live stream watch parties. Hey, Baloo. Oh, I've been waiting for Baloo to pop in. Oh, jeez. Watching all of them sounds like fun indeed. Eventually, right? We'll get there. Although there's one that's really tricky. One of the package era ones is not actually up on Disney Plus. I think it's Make Mine Music. I think is the one that's not available. Everything else is up available on Disney Plus, but not that one. Maybe it's rights to the different songs or something. I'm not sure. I mean, I think that's what I've heard. It's a guess as to why. Yes, I love Baloo too. Can't not love Baloo. Yo, go Baloo. I love that. It's a good way to freak out poor Bagheera. Matter what cat doesn't matter to me. Whatever copy you have of Jungle Book or way of watching it makes no difference to me. Works as long as it works for you. Works for me. And as said, for these kind of watch parties, once every month they're voted on by the patrons. The other ones, just depending on what they are. Like the MCU shows are every week, for instance. And as I said, the Star Wars ones come up on occasion, probably once every few weeks or so. Oh, jeez. Not hurt at all. uh, yeah, but he's not a bear. Uh, by the way, Disney reused a lot of actors, especially back in this age. So, like, this is Phil Harris, who you'll know from a few other things too. Bonus points. I'll sit on. If anybody else knows what else Phil Harris has done within Disney, go ahead and toss it in the chat there. But they'll ruin them. Ah, love Lion King. My favorite of the Disney animated movies, so. Ow. Dang, Bagheera. I've been waiting. I have to stop myself from singing along. Because if I sing along too much, they might try to copyright claim it on it. Well, the new Bad Batch show will come up on May 4th for its first episode. So yes, I will be watching that one when it comes live. Akuna Matata. I mean, if you have that little awareness of your surroundings like Mowgli, I think you're in trouble, man. I wonder if there's anybody in here who hasn't played multiple decent-sized Disney roles. Hmm. Oh, dang. Ow. I love it. They'll come to you. No, I don't know. You ate all that without getting stabbed badly either. It's like, oh, going down the throat right there. Oof. Yeah, you can definitely watch the new episode of Bad Batch. I said, obviously, you'll pull up your own Disney Plus there and watch it along with us when it's out. So yeah. I said, yep. I said I can't show the video slash audio here, of course, because that's all kinds of copyright issues on my side. But otherwise, I would. Otherwise, not a problem. I'd show it and do it, but definitely can't do that. Who doesn't love Blue? I love that Bagheera keeps an eye on him anyway, though. Ah, yeah, we've got them. Yes, because it is time to shift over to King Louis soon. So I don't think I heard anybody. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody made any comment on what else they think they might know Phil Harris from. But as I said, he's been in two other Disney. Oh god, switcheroo. No one caught it. But anyway, two other major Disney animated movies in big roles too. By the way. So first off, the very well. This is the first one, really. But then the second one is the Aristocats, 3 years later, where he went ahead and is, well, Thomas O'Malley, the Alley Cat. And then after that, he's in Robin Hood, where he does Little John. So, as I said, talk about reusing your characters, right? Mowgli is Christopher Robin as well. Speaking of people doing roles in other movies. Again, there's just a lot of that crossover, especially in this time frame here. Oh, jeez. A bare necessity. They're having way too much fun with this. Ay, ay, ay. Get hit by that right there. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Not what you thought, though, Bagheera. Poor Bagheera. Thousands. uh... let's see. Oh, got a few other things in here. Let's see. I'll start with, do I like the live action remake? Yes, we enjoyed the live action remake. There's certainly good things in both sides. Both the live action has some good pieces to it. And also some of the songs, though, are more enjoyable here in the animated, though, I think. So, yeah, both sides. Again, doesn't matter to me where you go ahead and watch it. Doesn't make any dang difference. That's all on you for what works best for you as you're watching it along with. And as I said, every month for these ones, and then all throughout other things. Yep. And we're watching Jungle Book right now. Hey, it's food. I gotta tell you, Louis' diet looks kind of bad. uh, Man, we jump right into this one pretty quick, don't we? It's nice. This was bothering me. Dang, I want to sing along with this. Killing me. Can learn to be human too. Oh, I'll hold it to that. Killing me. Timer above the head, Donald. That's what time we're at. So if you want to sync your watch to it, go ahead and pull up to that time in the movie, and then you'll be at the same spot. You be do. Of course. By fire makes sense to be after. Oh, jeez. It looks. It's interesting we gave him that hypnotize look like they get with Ka there for a moment. He self-hypnotized himself, right? Or really hypnotized by the music, I think is the idea, right? You would never notice. Oh, good times. Uh, Oh, I do suppose, actually, King Louis here, Louis Prima, who plays him, is actually one of the exceptions for playing multiple roles within Disney animated movies. One of the interesting exceptions for this movie. Although it's actually an odd exception, because, heck, he expected to get a role in the Robin Hood movie and actually was ticked that he didn't. Made a whole music album, essentially, off the fact he didn't. And he was actually going to get the role of Louis over in The Rescuers, but he had a major heart attack and didn't end up being able to do it. Died 5 years later. So he would have been in more than one Disney animated movie. But... So, even in the case here of Louis Prima, he would have been in more than one Disney animated movie. Ah, hello there, Darscal. Welcome. Welcome. Or welcome back. Favorite Pixar movie? Toy Story 3. This is a pretty shot, even if it is very familiar. Baloo has no ability to get in trouble. Like it's man's ability to get into trouble. Right if you're talking to Baloo here. Oh, Soul is good. Soul is really, really good. It's like, yeah, I mean, if there, I've got to watch Toy Story 3 again, but if there's anything that gives it a run for its money, other than other Toy Story movies, I mean, Soul would be the only thing to give it another run for its money. So it's like, oof, so good. It's like, I think I said that back in the live watch. Do we do a live watch or just a review afterward? I don't know what I did, but it's been a little while. But yeah, which I think was a live watch. Yeah, I did a live watch, but I think I said that back then too. But that would be the one thing that would be potentially tempting right there on beating out Toy Story 3 was Soul. Just really loved it there. Of course, I've only seen Soul once, so. Favorite Disney princess is Tiana. Well, hello there, Lisa Simpson, by the way. It's like, Tiana, yes. Nah, Tiana's cool. Do be sure. Definitely not going to hear me disagree. Well, I mean, not my favorite, but she's cool. We gotta have this discussion between Gira and Baloo. Donald, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell afterward to turn on all notifications. That way you'll get notifications every time anything's put out. That'll go ahead and help get you all that right there. Because that way when a live stream notification comes up, you'll go ahead and get the notification on it. So that's certainly one of the best ways to go ahead and do it. The other way would be if you want to go ahead and join. We have a Discord for the channel. And if you wanted to join that, you also could get a notification within the Discord about the new videos coming up. So that would be another way to do it. So either of those will help you out. Make sure to catch it when it comes up. But if you only subscribe, YouTube may or may not tell you. It'll probably tell you when I go live. But if you turn on all notifications, it'll definitely tell you when I do. This conversation between the two is painful, by the way. I said hello to you, Darscal. I did. You can rewind the tape. I said hello. I did indeed. If you mean that they didn't say hello to you, well, you know, I can't do anything about that. Maybe the next morning. Oh, poor Baloo. What a betrayal right there. Man, that's a betrayal, though. It really is. His new best friend, essentially, at this moment, if you're going from Mowgli's point of view. Oh, it's painful. Dang. Let's see. Ooh, some more stuff in the chat going on. Let's see. Aria, favorite Disney princess is Milan. Official Princess Elsa. Let's see. Good choices as well. You know. Good choices as well. Let's see. Let's see. Who's my favorite prince? I mean, jumping otherwise, if I was going to have to say favorite princess for a second, I think I'd probably go Anna. It would be my instinctive reaction to that question. I'm trying to think of... I mean, Belle would be my other. Anna or Belle? Tricky one there. Yeah, anyway, one of those two. Either Anna or Belle would probably be my favorite Disney princess. Oh, God, here comes the conversation. You wouldn't download a movie, would you? Had a car. Whatever those things were. You wouldn't download a car. Yeah, that had to happen. Yeah, and what a betrayal. This is where he runs into Ka again, right? Is that next? I think it's Ka next again. Of course he did. Oh, wow, there's lots going on. Oh, you guys are definitely getting active in the chat. That's great. Talking about princes as well. Naveen and... Let's see. Favorite prince, Naveen. Simba's popped in there. Good. Interesting. I love Simba. I can't say I don't. Prince Charming from Cinderella. Oh, interesting to have to include the sequels. Yeah, because you don't get much if you're just talking the original movie there. No, I'd definitely say Simba counts. I mean, he's certainly a prince. I mean, very clearly his father is king. So, and he's the heir apparent, no less, too, not just any prince. Wow, that so feels like that's Bambi's mother or something right there that Shere Khan's hunting. Ay. That animation is so... No, does that... I mean, that looks just like Bambi's mother. Whoa. Make your little theory between the two. Except they're in very different lands. I think Bambi's set in North America, and this is supposed to be set in India, but... Whoa, anyway. Hans being a favorite prince. Whoa. Looking for the homicidal prince, are we? Yo. Pachyderm Parade. I swear, Walt just liked elephants, right? I mean, we got the elephants here in Jungle Book. We have the elephants over in Dumbo. We have the elephants again in the Heffalumps over in Winnie the Pooh. Although that's actually after Walt. Yeah, it's post Walt, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, or yeah, definitely feel is recycled as well. Oh, Scal, you're definitely welcome for the Zemo video. As said, that was a good request. I said, had fun making it right there. I had to figure out how I wanted to go about it, and that's always part of the trick right there. So that was definitely enjoyable to make. I always do love making those not a villain videos. That's what I was saying to Arya, is this can't be the same. I mean, it's not actually a jungle as far as Bambi's concerned. The book, I think, is North American set, whereas we're supposed to be in India over here in Jungle Book. Yes, all the people are white, I know, but it's supposed to be in India. The actors, anyway, I should say. uh, let's see. If I was to have to say favorite prince, huh? Who the heck would I go with in there? Well, to be honest, I might go ahead and go with Donald, go Simba. It's just off the top of my head here. I'd be heavily tempted to go that direction. Atlantis is underrated. Yeah, to be sure. I think we can agree on that point, to be sure. That's Disney villain. Oh, Scar is definitely right up there. Yeah, you elephants are dumb. Let's just say it right in front of your gun. That'll work well. Let's see. I do not stream every Sunday. A lot of the Sundays end up having a stream, just because I'm either streaming some Star Wars Rebels or once a month I'm streaming one of these movies. So oftentimes I'm streaming on a Sunday, but certainly not every Sunday now. But often. Let's see. Worst princess. Oof. Yo. It's a messy one. I'm gonna say worst princess. Oof. Yeah. It's like worst princess probably goes old somewhere back. Aurora's a good argument for it. I said she really doesn't have a lot of agency. I'd agree with you. Uh, man, tricky one. But that's true of a lot of the older ones. They don't have nearly as much agency in their own stories, even though the stories, heck, it's named after them, but they tend not to have nearly as much. So, almost assuredly, my answer would be somewhere in the old set. Aurora's definitely a good pick for that. I was going to say, yeah, just thinking about it, even Snow White has more agency than Aurora does. She does make some choices, although a lot of it is everybody around her. Donald, we're about 56 minutes in, so it's Ka time right now. Ka's big song. Well, trust in me. I just love this little piece with Mowgli walking here. It's like I remember that in a while, but let's see. Scal, you said something. Just thinking this, or is there going to be? There is a live action Little Mermaid being made. Yes, very much so. Uh, it's we don't know for sure when it's coming out. There's some debate whether it's this year or next because there is a live action Disney. At least what Disney has said, there's a slot late in the year that is supposed to be a live action Disney movie, but it's not been titled. So there's a lot of debate as to whether that's actually where Little Mermaid comes out, or whether it might be say next year. So hard to say. But as I said, Alan Menken's back doing working on the songs, adding new ones, as well as Lin Manuel Miranda's in there, and I said, oh, good stuff, good stuff. And I can't think of her name. What's her name? Who's going to be playing Ariel in the new one? Dang it. Brain. Halle Bailey. There we go. Halle Bailey. She's playing playing Ariel in the new one coming up. So that should be cool. I love how. I mean, part of what plays Shere Khan up as being as scary as he is really is that everybody else does such a good job with with doing that. I mean, Ka, who's all of this, is just scared as hell of Shere Khan. It really helps. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of another person who I don't think has any other Disney anime movies, I don't think the actor for Shere Khan does, because he dies a few years later. George Sanders. I don't think he does any others. Ka is brave to hire Mowgli, but it's just that he wants Mowgli so bloody much himself. Indeed. I gotta admit, Shere Khan is a nice menacing villain. He really is. It's nicely done that way. The claw. So nice. Dark Scout. No, 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 no. The Marvel watch-alongs are still going to be on the main channel for now. Not until the... I said Freeform Marvel's a little too small at the moment, so... eventually, if once Freeform Marvel gets much bigger as that secondary channel, then yes, the idea is to shift it over there in the long run, but that's not yet. So, as I said, the problem is getting people shifting over and be able to subscribe there versus here. As I said, I have too many people that subscribe on the main channel that would be interested who haven't necessarily shifted over yet. So, yeah. So it'll probably be a little while. Certainly won't be a Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I don't know, it depends on how fast things grow. Maybe later, maybe not. You know, as far as the next show. We'll see. My guess is it won't be before Loki, though. Depends on how fast things grow, though, over there. Yeah. For bonus points, the vultures here, you know, were supposed to be played by the Beatles originally. It's about the haircuts and everything else on them. John Lennon didn't want to do it, though. But they would have been played by the Beatles. Yeah, these vultures. It would have been a cool little thing if the Beatles actually had done the voices here. Oh, wait, they do have a song, don't they? It's like, okay, maybe this is my least memorable song from the movie to me. Ugh. Not Mowgli at his highest point. I love how everything else reflects how Mowgli's feeling and doing back behind him. What if it's ready before what if? uh, would be nice. Yeah, it's where we are, part with the vultures right now. This is another change they made, though. Since they didn't have the Beatles, they made them a barbershop quartet. That way, yeah. Since you didn't have the Beatles, and you had four of them anyway, why not, right? Oh, no need to apologize, YouTuber. Hello there, and welcome on in. I mean, sleep is good. No idea what time it is for you, but I mean, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's late or maybe it's middle of the night. Don't remember what time zone you're off in, so yeah. Any which way. No worries right there. It's good to have you back. So, yeah, I said you can see the time above as to where we're at. Although you'll have to get past that. If you're watching on Disney Plus, you'll have to get past that little 12-second disclaimer at the beginning. Which is not part of the timer, I should say. As I would throw off the whole time. No, I really don't remember this song. Man, I don't. Ah, Eastern time. Gotcha. Oof. Oh, all-nighter. Yikes. Yep. Always better late than never. Oh, these vultures. What a funky set of characters to toss in here. I love how Shere Khan makes his entrance. That's great. They'll hide behind Mowgli. Mowgli's gonna protect him from Shere Khan. Yeah. Precisely, with the claws. Love it. Oh, Mowgli is so insanely naive. Which is odd, to be honest. He was raised by the wolves out here. He should know about the dangers that are out and about, too. It's like, dang. I mean, I think we choose to say because he's a man that he's not got the fear. I think that's my guess on the matter, but still. It's like, dang, man. By the way, that tells you something on Baloo, too. It's a nice move on Baloo. It's like, not like Baloo's not scared as hell of Shere Khan, but he's out there anyway. It's like, you know, if you could hit a little harder, it might help. Dang, man. Oh, I will see you later, Darscal. So, as usual, have a magical day, and may the force be with you. Sure, I'll catch you on the next Falcon the Winter Soldier or the Rebels live stream coming up within the week. I love that swings you backwards. Frankly, Shere Khan haven't gone to town on Baloo. Baloo should be in dire straits at the moment. It's like, dang. Oh, an idea for the next... So you're talking about the live-action Pinocchio coming up? That's going to be fun right there. I mean, who wouldn't be scared of fire like that? It's like, dang. I'll admit, I like what the live action did regarding the fire a bit better. I mean, it got a lot bigger right there, the fire. And that final confrontation between him and Shere Khan. Not to mention the backstory that gave Shere Khan a little more issue with the fire. It's like, some nice touches. Yeah, I'm gonna go here, though. Yeah, exactly, Arya, exactly. Nice moment. I don't think we stretch it out long enough or give you a believable enough reason to think Baloo's really dead, but it's still nice. Baloo cried about his own eulogy. Oh, that's great. No, we even get the sun coming out just to really give that feel. Oh, at the same time. Oh, jeez. Good times. How's my day been? Oh, it's going well. Going well. Definitely is. And yes, I am enjoying the movie. Hopefully everyone else is too. Man, it has been a while. Man, it's been 5 years since the live action, so I can't make as direct a comparison as I kind of want to in my head, as much as I can catch certain pieces. The admitted Pinocchio. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Donald. Admitted Pinocchio. Wonder if that's an autocorrect on a word and should have been something else, maybe? Oh, that's got to be animated. It's got to be that it should be animated, probably autocorrected to admitted. So you mean you have an idea for like a sequel to the animated Pinocchio, you mean, or? Oh boy. Baloo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, love the vultures. Love the relationship between Baloo and Bagheera. Yeah, oh yeah. Good times. Okay, in fairness, there's another... Man, there are more songs in here than I remember sometimes. Like this one, definitely not exactly heavy memory of this one either. It's like, I will admit. Yeah, I was gonna say, definitely not my favorite song in this movie, because there's other issues with this. Ew. Can you come, Shantae? Yeah, animated. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put Pinocchio over onto the vote for next month's watch there. So obviously the patrons are the ones who vote for it. So we'll see what happens, but I'll put it on the list. Baggy buddy. Oh, good times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, even Bagheera's singing. It's great. Uh, yeah, that's a fun way to end out here. The end. A Walt Disney production. Should end really quick, too, because of the credits being at the beginning. Yeah. The rest of this time is probably all just localization credits, if I had to make a guess. Yeah, localization credits. Okay, so that is that. Move this chat over here so I can see it a little more directly without having to look away from the camera as much as I do otherwise, which is always nice. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Mowgli in Love. Yeah, that's definitely the argument we make there. And I would agree we probably need to do more than that to convince Mowgli. At least some more hesitation, something, right? It's like, dang. There's just, yeah, not much in there. Which version do I prefer? Again, it's been 5 years since I watched the live action, so it's hard to make a direct comparison between the two. I mean, there's certainly aspects about the live action that are better, like the backstory of Shere Khan, clearly better There's much more story on Mowgli actually going to the village, and I think he has a lot better motivation for joining it. I think the fight in the end between Shere Khan and Mowgli, my memory is that that was better in the live action. And I think he has a little more time with the wolves at the beginning, which also helps. So I think I can say off the top of my head that all of those are things that the live action does better. Certainly, though, when it comes to King Louie's song and Bare Necessities, so, Be Like You, yeah, anyway. And Bare Necessities, I think those are both better here in the animated. And I also think the relationship between Bagheera and Baloo, off of my memory, feels better here in the animated movie than the live action. So I think all of those pieces are there. Yeah. I think I enjoy Kaa more in the animated version. I think Kaa's more fun. So they certainly both have their strengths. And my big trick, though, is having been 5 years since I saw the live action, it's hard to make a quick, direct comparison between the two. And Mowgli's much more you can identify with Mowgli a lot more in the live action than in this one. I don't know. I'm tempted to say the live action overall, I think, is the direction I would go between the two. It also fixes some other problems that the animated movie certainly has. Not completely. But it fixes some other issues in there, too. So, yeah, I think I'm going to probably say the live action overall between Jungle Book and the other. But again, it's been 5 years since I've seen it. Harder comparison, and there's certainly strengths that the animated one has over the live action, without any doubt. So, there's my answer to it. When no buttons existed after the credits. True. Although, most of the animated movies don't, right? I mean, Frozen and Frozen 2 both did. I mean, those two definitely did. They had fun little bits after them. But how many other animated movies out of the main canon actually have any buttons? I'm trying to think. Are there any others that do? It's like I know the Frozen movies do. Yeah, tricky. Buttons are fun. I love buttons, though. But you can't really have a button after the end credits here because there's not much of a set of end credits. It's back in the days and times where all the credits were mainly at the beginning of the movie. So I guess you could do a button ahead of the opening credits. Just be kind of weird, right? Yeah. Like the realism of the live action, but the goofiness of the animation. Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a true difference between the two. I'd agree. I mean, that's part of why I like Kaa better in the animated version here. And I think why Baloo works a little better, too, when it comes to it. Let's see. I see the live action Lion King. Definitely seen the live action Lion King. I said like them both. Like them both, that's for sure. Let's see. You think the Jungle Books are more different from each other than a lot of the live-action ones made? Yeah. Top of the head, Lion King is fairly similar. Beauty and the Beast is fairly similar. Aladdin's fairly similar. Probably more so than Jungle Book. Yeah, although Aladdin has enough difference that I start to question whether it's more different than the Jungle Books are. Yeah. And then they have the ones that just don't skew as close, like Maleficent is not really Cinderella, and I don't really consider that a direct take, so I don't make that comparison. And nor does their Cinderella meant to be a Disney Cinderella for the live-action one, so yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do with things like Little Mermaid and such. I really love what they've done with, well, even in Jungle Book. Jungle Book is much more similar. I love the idea they've gone within those four with Jungle Book, Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, where they are more similar, but you're cleaning up a lot of the problems and taking a different take on it in this way and that, and making all kinds of things that could be interesting improvements. Do I like Pocahontas? Yes, it's been a long time since I've seen Pocahontas, but I did enjoy Pocahontas, to be sure. It's also a very problematic movie, let's be frank, and I don't know. It's one of the movies that I really wonder. We have not heard about a live-action take on Pocahontas. And frankly, I don't know how you'd do it, because there are a lot of problematic issues with that movie and what it does with history, since it is actually dealing with a person who really existed and a place that really existed. So, yeah, I don't know if we'll see a live action of it at some point. In part, I don't know how you would fix it and still have it be Disney's Pocahontas. Yeah. So yeah, it's an interesting, tricky one. Tricky one right there. Do I watch Disney Channel shows on Disney Plus? No, I do not. Can't. As I've never been a Disney Channel person in the first place, so I don't think there's anything I'm interested in. I could be wrong. Maybe there's something Disney Channel that I'd be highly interested in and I'd love. It's always possible, but I've never been a Disney Channel person growing up or at any point in my time. So just not one of those. And generally not the kind of content that I think appeals to me. It's not aimed for me. Let's see. Not having the childhood nostalgia factor doesn't help either. So let's see. More difficult. Yeah, talking about Pocahontas. Yeah, that one's more difficult. It's probably one of the more difficult ones they've got as far as anything to adapt to live action and try to actually do it well. Certain things are easier, much easier. Like, let's talk about Peter Pan. That one's easy. Just don't have racist depictions of Native Americans in there. Boom, okay. We can do that. Some of them are a lot easier than others. But the problem with Pocahontas is the whole issue of trying to make this two sides between the settlers and the Native Americans off the bat is problematic, because that is not the relationship. I mean, you want to talk about the Native Americans that actually didn't go ahead and that did try to work with the settlers. It did not work too well for them. It's like, yeah, hello. And we want to talk about the age of Pocahontas and what really happened there. And oh, it gets ugly really fast, man. And also, you really can't put it off as just one villain over there on the settlers. That's just not very realistic either. Anyway, it's a mess. I don't know. Which isn't to say that I don't enjoy the animated movie and that there aren't some songs I really love. There certainly are. I mean, I love My Colors of the Wind. I love Just Around the River Bend. And Savages, even though it's problematic in its way, I do love that song as well. So, yeah. Anyway. So tricky. The Aristocats. It is. Speaking of movies, it's been a while since I've seen. That's probably a good decade right there since I've seen Aristocats. But yeah, who doesn't love Thomas O'Malley? I was even talking about Thomas O'Malley because, again, the actor who goes ahead and does Thomas O'Malley, well, you just saw him here as Baloo. He has 3 big roles within the Disney animated movies, all in a similar time frame. Again, they really liked reusing actors, especially in this spot. Especially here. In decent-sized roles. I mean, there are actors who have done a lot more background stuff at other points, even in closer to the modern era, shall we say. But they tend not to be the major roles in multiple movies. Yeah, Thomas O'Malley. O'Malley the Alley Cat. Anyway. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway. Stop doing that. Is there a way to listen to Disney music? Sure, lots of different ways. Depends. I I mean, a lot of it's going to be available via either your Spotify or Amazon Music, your whatever service you listen to music on. YouTube, a lot of it's up on YouTube. So, yeah. I mean, those would be the simplest way, I think, other than buying them, of course. Certainly you can buy them, too. And that would work. But yeah, one of those would probably be easy enough ways to listen to Disney music. Certainly I'm not going to be playing Disney music. Ooh, boy. Yeah, that is where YouTube is the worst right there, because the record labels, you go ahead and play any bits of music, oh, that'll catch you really fast on the copyright side. Ah, thanks, YouTuber. I'm not sure if it's that good, but thanks. Get a nice, good, deep baritone going. Okay. Wow. It is over already, isn't it? You forget how short the animated movies could be, especially back in the day. They've gotten longer since. But I swear I forget how short they could be back in the older days. Wow, it's an hour 20 is how long Jungle Book was. And that's including like the 2 minutes of localization. So an hour and 18 minutes. Wow. It's got to be on the shorter side, right? I'm just looking. Let's see. No, an hour 20 for 101 Dalmatians, hour 19 for Peter Pan. It's like, wow, they just really were that short back then. I mean, even you start to get closer to the age here, Tarzan's hour and a half. But yeah, I mean, that's part of the fun of the live actions too, is that they tend to be a bit longer, and so you can have more in them. Like the live action Aladdin's 2.25 hours. So you get a bit more time doing that right there. Interesting stuff. Well, you don't think about it sometimes right there. What Raya, by the way, speaking of more modern animated movies, though, is an hour 52. I mean, it's much more into that 2-hour feature length, which did not used to be Disney animation. I mean, even Tangled is up on the longer side, hour 40. Frozen's an hour 45. So again, you get up here into the revival era, and the movies most certainly are much closer to 2 hours than they once were before. But even in the Renaissance era, they're not like that yet. I mean, I think Little Mermaid's less than an hour and a half. So that's another thing that'll be interesting when we actually get to go ahead and see the live action Little Mermaid. Is you're talking an hour 25-minute movie versus what will probably be 2 or more hours. So that is a lot more movie that you can put in. There's a reason that you got Alan Menken and Lin-Manuel Miranda, making some new songs. And of course, reworking some. And I'm excited for that, because Little Mermaid, having watched it, just a couple years ago, finally again, first time in a long time, it's a tricky one. There are aspects I really like about it, and yet it's hindered also. Really hindered by some things that I think were poor choices, and really a product of Disney being the kind of company it was back at that point in time. So as I'm looking forward to what they could do with Little Mermaid, because I think they could do a really, really good job with it. So yeah. And there's also an interesting, to bring up one other side piece over there on Little Mermaid, is Little Mermaid, being that we're now going to have Little Mermaid Ariel be black actually here in the live action take. That's an interesting bridge for Disney to cross. One that, to be honest, I didn't expect Disney to go ahead and cross. I'm in favor of it, by the way. Let me just say off the bat. But I didn't expect them to. Disney doesn't tend to be all that brave as a company that way. Most big companies aren't, frankly. They tend to be very conservative and not willing to take big shots on things. But I think a lot's riding on it there, too. Because, unsurprisingly, Disney has its heritage is incredibly, incredibly white. Most of its stories are, fairy tales from Europe. And some North American ones, too. So, unsurprisingly, that also pushes it more white. Just I said essentially by virtue of the stories they chose, but even in the stories that weren't, they tend to be quite white. But it also means you have a chance to go ahead and change that going forward. Speaking of that kind of thing, there's a different thing. Having seen Frozen down at the Hyperion back in 2018, down in California Adventure, so down in Disneyland Resort, they do what they call colorblind casting, right? So it doesn't matter what color people are; they don't have to be white or anything else, which actually made for an intriguing cast. And funny enough, you'd think it would potentially knock you out a little more, but it really doesn't. I mean, you just accept it. It's pretty cool. That's not what's going on with Little Mermaid. I'm not saying that. That's not a colorblind casting thing. It's very specific, and I think that's going to be... The father seems to still be whiter, so I think the mother's probably going to be black. Point being. So it's not a colorblind casting thing. But anyway. Way afield, pulling back. Let's see. Like you want to be my friend. Keep popping in here. I said we'll go ahead and talk through here, to be sure. You can always pop in the Discord. As I said, are more than willing to talk to people over in the Discord too. So I definitely consider all of you, to be like, I said, it kind of is. It's kind of like getting to talk to friends here who are in the chat, and I definitely enjoy that. So, as I said, always enjoy all of you popping in the chats for the live streams, popping in the comments at other times, or hey, on the occasions that we see on the Discord. Discord's still a little slow, I admit. So we're getting going. More people in there talking will help it, get a bit more active, and that'll be great. So yeah, yep. How long was the live action? For Jungle Book? I think it was an hour 45, hour 50, something like that. I think that's what Jungle Book was for live action. I'm assuming you're talking about Jungle Book anyway. Yeah, live action is an hour 48, it says on here, versus the animated being an hour 20. I mean, that's part of how you're able to get the time to be able to have the backstory for Shere Khan, more time with him growing up, more peace with the Man Village, etc. So because you have like almost an extra half hour of story time in there, probably a little less because end credits are longer in modern days too, because more people actually have to be acknowledged in the credits than there were before. So probably at least an extra 25 minutes though. So that, again, what you can do with that extra time though if you use it well. I think we should watch... I'm going to guess that's an autocorrect from Raya, and that's probably... I think we should watch Raya and The Last Dragon when it comes out in Disney Plus for everyone. Yeah, we might go ahead and do a watch again. I don't know. Because we went ahead and did it, well, Friday, the day of, like midday. The day of, on the day it came out. Being that, heck, it was the WandaVision finale the night before, so we certainly didn't do it live right at the midnight time. Pacific time, midnight. That's why it releases at that time, is since Disney's Californian-based. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's definitely something to think about. I assume it's going to be... I'd have to double check, but I assume it's going to be the same kind of 3 months until it actually goes ahead and comes out for everyone for... without an extra cost on Disney Plus. Be an interesting chance to go see it again. Well, actually, okay, in fairness, Natalia and I have already seen it twice, actually. We watched it again already, so quite enjoyed it. Funny enough, I'd make a comment similar to Frozen 2 in a way. I have some issues with it, but I love the movie. In a similar way to how I have some issues with Frozen 2, but love Frozen 2. So, anyway. Certainly easily one of my favorite of Disney's animated movies. So yeah, no, definitely think about that right there, Donald. As I said, I will think about it, and I'll have to look into when it's coming out and see what we think at that point. So, maybe so. and see how interesting it would be for people to actually go ahead and do it when we've live streamed it already. And I don't know if people would really enjoy it as much, but yeah, something to think about. Obviously, you can go ahead and always watch our original live stream of it once it comes out and is available for you. So you can go ahead and go back and watch that one too, and just queue it up. You wouldn't be live in the chat with us in that sense, but that's always something you can do too, even if we don't go ahead and do another new live stream. Yeah, anyway. Hello there, Ross. Well, hello. Have you been here the whole time or just popped in now? What's the next Disney film we're getting? Do you mean the next... Okay. There's a few different ways I can interpret that, so I'm going to have to make some guesses here. If we're talking the next Disney animated film, we're talking Encanto. That comes out later this year. That's the one that has said Lin-Manuel Miranda has been the one behind all the music on that and whatnot. I'm super excited because of that fact. So that's the next new Disney animated film we've got coming, and definitely looking forward to it. Don't know much of anything about it yet, but I mean, even just the fact that Lin-Manuel Miranda is doing the music just makes me excited. As far as, watching on the channel, if that's what you mean, don't know. Because the patrons vote on that each month, and so we won't know until next, well, I said another few weeks. So yeah, we'll know somewhere in there, but it'll be a moment before we know what the heck that'll end up being. Wonder if I even know what week it'll end up being done. Let's see. See if I can look at this and tell you what day it'll happen, because I might be able to tell you that. Maybe. Probably either the 11th or the 25th. It'll probably be somewhere in there, just given what else is going on. So probably right in there, 11th or the 25th. Reading the Doug Show. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be fun. Can we do a watch party for it? Maybe. I would like to. The worry I have is when, because right now I don't know what Disney's gonna be doing with Disney Plus and when they're releasing things. So it might be a case of maybe watching it 12 hours after it comes out, kind of like we did with Raya and the Last Dragon. Because obviously the MCU owns almost every week of the year, and they will have something. So I'm hoping Disney diversifies what days they're putting new content out. At the very least, I hope Star Wars and the MCU are not on the same day. The first one for Bad Batch won't be, but that could simply be because it's May the 4th. And I really hope those don't both start coming out on the same day, so I have to juggle both a new MCU show and Star Wars. My worry is, though, with like something like, the new Doug Show, that they're probably not going to put it on a different day, so it'll have to be a live stream later in the day or something. But I'd like to go ahead and do it, though. I said I'd definitely like to go ahead and do it. So we'll have to look into it and see what's happening, but that's something I'll strive to do, and we'll see how it goes as we're getting closer to it. I don't think we have a date for when Doug is coming out yet. I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't think we know yet. Let's see, YouTuber. Hang on, Ross. You said, what about when I finish Rebel? So yeah, I mean, that's a doable thing too. It could be done after that, but probably I'd try to do it closer to it. As I said, we'll see. Again, I'll leave that up in the air right now because I don't know when Disney's putting it out yet, so it's hard to give full answers yet. Because right now I'm thinking after Rebels, go spend a couple weeks going and watching the old 2003 animated Clone Wars. That should be interesting. YouTuber, you saw the Zemo video. Oh, good, good. I said, hopefully it was fun, too, so. I said, I said, what if, sorry, not what if, but the not a villain videos are fun to make. To be sure. Yep. I said, Darscal recommended it, which is why I ended up doing it, to be sure. Did I do a watch party on the anime Lion King yet? No, I have not. I've been waiting that. I said it's my favorite of Disney's animated movies, so I've been holding off on that one right there. And I don't know. I want to make it something bigger or something. I don't know. It's just kind of my feel on it, whether I'm going to have other videos come out that week that are also Lion King oriented or something. Just want to make a big deal of it because I do love that movie that much. But I have not watched it as a live stream yet, no. Oh, good. You did think it was fun, too. Good. Okay, good. Is there going to be a season 2 of WandaVision? See, I could catch what that one was right there. No idea. And I don't think we'll find out until after Doctor Strange comes out next year. I mean, Wanda's clearly going to be in that. And I think saying anything more would probably give away something about that. So that would be my guess. Is there may not be, especially with what we have seen. So who knows? I don't even know if I'm willing to make a bet one way or the other whether they will. Because obviously it was super popular. It did well for them there. So certainly there's energy that way. I just don't know. If anything, I would probably bet against it. If I had to bet. But it's dangerous to bet on anything there when they could pull out all kinds of stops on you. Let's see. Oh, you had not seen Lion King 2. I have not ever watched Lion King 2, actually. I have seen Lion King 1.5, funny enough, but thank Natalia for that. But although she has not gotten me to watch Lion King 2 yet, so there's that. But no, I haven't watched Lion King 2. I've heard lots of good things. Lots of good things. I've generally avoided all those different direct to video sequels that Disney did in that time period. They generally were low quality. Although, again, I know I've heard good things on Lion King 2, so let me say that. Although I have also seen Return of Jafar and Aladdin King of Thieves. So I have seen both of those. Those are on my rare exceptions to those Disney sequels that I've actually seen. Well, hello there, Alvin Strange. Alvin is Strange, sorry. Alvin I Strange? Oh, shoot. As I read that and I keep looking at that, I'll go, wait a second. No, I think I'm still reading it wrong. Alvini Strange. Okay. Well, hello there, Alvini Strange. Oh, the Stargirl videos. You found the Stargirl ones. Yes. Oh, so many people have found the channel off of those Stargirl videos. So, yeah, a ton of fun making them right there. And I'm really glad I did it for the channel because, I mean, if you saw some of the original reviews, that was one of those where I might not have made it all the way through the movie otherwise. And yet the back half is so good and recontextualizes the front half. Yeah, anyway. Enjoyed the movie, to be sure. Oh, definitely did. So, yeah, I'm glad. Lots of videos to go look at. As I said, we got a whole ton of stuff now at this point. I mean, I think I just got an email from YouTube that I passed 300 videos up on the channel. So, whoa. Well, and let me also put this up for anybody that's interested. We do have a Discord server if you want to talk more outside of the live streams and whatnot. Great place to go ahead and do it. Also helps get some of the notifications on different things, so that helps. Yeah, so if anyone's interested, feel free to go jump in over there. Ross, you're saying Lion King 2 not as good as Lion King, but still good. Nice, nice. I wonder if the live actions will ever tackle it in that sense. I know the next Lion King they're doing is a prequel, so that certainly is not tackling a Lion King 2, but they might. I don't know. We'll see. I'd be curious to see what they do with it. Where can you find out? Oh, if there's going to be a season 2 of WandaVision, I mean, it must be that. That's your last question earlier. The answer is you can't. I mean, unless you can get Kevin Feige to go ahead and tell you. Yeah. Unless you can go ahead and get that one to happen, I don't think you're going to find out. Or somebody else who actually is in the know up in Marvel. So, not going to happen. We'd all love to know, right? Actually, I don't entirely know if I'd even want to know right now. Just because it might spoil things for Doctor Strange 2, I'm not entirely sure if I'd want to know. But regardless, yeah, the number of people that even have a real idea if it could even happen for WandaVision Season 2, Kevin Feige and probably a very small circle of people around him. Where can you find Discord? Click on that link. That link right there will go ahead and take you to it. If you don't have a Discord already, it'll ask you to sign up, and you can go do that too. So, yeah. Just go ahead and click on the link, and it'll take you over there. If you're on your phone, I imagine it'll probably pop you over to your app store, whether it's Apple or whether it's Google or whether it's Amazon. Any which way, I assume it'll probably take you there if you click on it from your phone. Yep. So that'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I did see one request. I will put it on the list for next month for all my patrons to go ahead and vote on, because there was a request that popped up for going ahead and putting the Pinocchio, on there next time. So I will make sure Pinocchio is on next month's lists for the patrons to vote on. That said, it is up to the patrons to vote on which one it'll end up being. So it might be Pinocchio, it might be something else. Just depends on what everyone votes for. And in case anyone's curious, I'll just toss that over into the channel too. That's the link over to Patreon. It's down below in the description too, but in case you're curious or you want to go ahead and support me on Patreon, of course, I love you for it. But that's where people will go and vote on it. And all the patrons vote on the movie watches. Not all of them vote on the top 10. That's a slightly higher tier thing. But yeah. So the Pinocchio theme will be on the list for next month. And if anyone else has any movies they want to have put on there, feel free to leave a comment down below the video. Since we're going to end the stream soon, you can put it in the chat too if it's before the stream ends here. Otherwise, I don't think it'll let you. So yeah, and I think we are probably going to go ahead and get wrapping up right here. Oh, by the way, thank you to everybody who subscribes to the channel and watches the videos too. As I said, appreciate all of you. I mean, definitely 100% I do. Heck, we just crossed 1,300 subscribers here on the channel today. So pretty cool, as said. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and take this moment to start leaving. You better pop something in the chat really quick, otherwise, if you want me to say anything else. So otherwise, I am going to go ahead and give you my usual sign off, everybody. We'll see you next month for the next live stream on one of these movies. We've got other live streams coming up. The next Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode. Next Sunday will be a Rebels live stream. So we got bunches of things coming up. Is it only animated movies? No, it's other movies too. If you want to recommend other movies, feel free. Make sure it's something that's on Disney Plus. I want to make sure everybody has access to it. I mean, if it's up and available for free for everybody on YouTube, sure, that's great too. But yeah, just make sure it's up and available on Disney Plus, because I want to make sure at least that people have that kind of access. So yeah, but yeah, no, other movies too. Feel free to recommend them. Okay, so with that said, everyone have a magical day, and may the Force be with you always.